Are you a filmmaker, producer, director?
My vision, my ideology into motion picture.
Actor? Screenplay writer? Are you an aspiring filmmaker looking to start a career in the movie industry? Do you want to see what happens behind the scenes when you're looking at those movies in your local cinema? Take 101 will take you on a journey of the filmmaking process from concept to reality, from idea to motion picture. Take 101 will bring you, the industry professionals, and take you through the A to Z of the filmmaking process.
Lucille Morgan on Take 101.
A new filmmaker wants to not spend too much money when producing, in terms of you want to be sure that you have enough money to produce a quality film, as well as saving money for your post-production, for example. So when drawing up a budget, like when I did the Rubicon, I had to bring an actor from Nigeria, OCUKJ, and I also had to balance that with the actors that I had in the UK. It was all filmed in the UK, the Rubicon. So you just want to be careful that you don't shortchange yourself when asking for sponsors. You want to have enough money to do a good film, a great film, and you also want to make sure that you don't overspend.
I'm not really sure, but...
Party.
How
can you be so harsh?
I'll go to Belmarsh prison first.
Why are you going to prison, Dad?
Sweetheart, it's nothing for you to worry about, okay?
Maybe you two should keep it down a bit. The neighbour's gonna think you're killing each other.
With the crew, you want the most professional crews as possible. You know, with the DOP, the sound engineer, the people holding the boom if they're there. So you go for quality on crew. You don't stint at all. You go for the best that you can find. You know, also you negotiate with them. You can either tell them you're going to pay them upfront, or you could partner with them if cost of equipment might be too high. You could partner with them in terms of after the film has been done, this is what you're going to pay them and things like that. So yeah.
That is a very hard question to ask. When you talk about people that are not really established, upcoming actors and actresses, yes, you can strike a low budget deal with them. But when you're talking about people that are already made, like I made reference to Omotola or Genevieve or Mercy Johnson, to strike a deal with them, because everyone knows if you want to use them to play a lead role, to play a role in your film, you're talking about a couple of pounds. So to strike a deal with them, I think maybe you have to know them in person. As a filmmaker, we tend to help ourselves, film producer to actors. They tend to say, okay, he's my colleague in the industry, let me come down for him a little bit. But for people just coming up in the industry, you want to make a film and you want to strike a deal with the high-class actors and actresses or the A-list stars, I think you have to tighten up your belt. If you must do this, let's use condom.
What? I want it raw.
There's nothing in there anyway, babe.
Get rid of this guy.
Not like that.
He just came out of your tenant's room.
That doesn't mean he's doing anything there.
Pregnant? That boy you called Gold?
The relationship has nothing to do with culture.
Yes, it does.
Wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà rẹ̀ tó yí lá, ìwo ariwo gbà.
Modesola. Mo like orúkọ yẹn. Ẹ pè mí ní Daisy.
I think we should make Desi happy.
She should make me happy.
You should always think about our feelings and our condition.
Oh, let's do
now.
What's wrong with you? No problem.
Join this girl right now.
Well, on the Rubicon, I didn't have an associate producer. I had a contributing producer who was consulting for me because it was my first film. But if you have an associate producer, I think you sit down and you ask them, you talk, you agree, what exactly is the role going to be in this and what you want to do. Usually with an associate producer, if they're putting money into it as well, then you're talking percentage, you're talking profit percentage and things like that. But if they're just bringing like an experience on, then it all depends on the agreement you have, what they want out of it, what you're willing to give out of it.
Negotiating with associate producer is I think it's a very good thing. If you have somebody that has shared the same mind, shared the same dream, share the same interest in what you're going to produce, why not? And they see that this is going to, be a good production. I'm sure they will come in. Like my first film, Love or Life is a Journey, I managed to strike a deal with the director from all the way from Nigeria because I didn't know anybody I could trust enough in London to direct my film for me. Looking at the angle that the film is a multilingual film, if you want to cast a movie, an English director to direct your film, he's only going to look at the film from an English director's point of view. I want somebody that is a bit versatile, somebody that's been in the industry, that can do Yoruba, can do Ghana, can do English. That's why I decided to choose the director that I use. And then when I approached him and I said, this is what I have on the table for you. How can you do this? He said, oh, let's come in. Let's do the associate producing thing together. And I direct your film and I act in your film at the same time. So it's like I got a whole package.
Welfare transport is one of the most important things. It cannot be neglected on Rubicon because every day you know who's going to be on set, what actors are going to be on set, what crew is going to be on set. Your crew is almost usually permanent. Your actors change, they vary. So you know who's coming, you know how many people are going to eat, and you know what they're going to eat. So all those things are part of the budget from the start. So you stick to it as much as you can while making sure everybody is happy, because nobody wants to work on empty stomach, or nobody wants to work and be grumpy.
I think you can strike a deal with people that sell food, people that own the restaurants, people that drink, people that have brewery companies that can produce like soft drinks, water for you while you're on location. You can even give money to your family members to produce them, to make food for you while you're on location, instead of catering it out to people that will give you a huge budget. So I think that's a good point to look at.
And I remember one time, food, well, I don't know, I think we had extra hands on set that day, or like extras, and it wasn't quite budgeted in the, number of people who were going to be on set that day. So a few people, I myself did not have any food to eat. At the end of the day, we're talking about like 12 a.m. after filming from morning. And my director didn't have food to eat as well. And it was not funny. People were panicking, like, our director has to eat. If we're going to continue, the director has to eat food, producer has to eat. And there was nothing left, so the welfare lady had to come, drive, and everything had to stop till we ate. So you don't want that sort of thing to happen. You want to be sure that everything is covered.
Hi, I'm Ruby, and I have a little story to tell. I'm in a dilemma, and I'm going to need your advice. So listen very carefully. as I tell my story.
Legendary beats.
And that's when the change started. It wasn't very obvious at first. It was just little things. Little things like he'd leave the room when his phone rings. Or when I was putting his clothes into the washing machine and I'm supposed to go through his pockets, right, to make sure that they're empty. He came barging in, stared at me coldly, and grabbed the clothes from my hands.
I don't want you to put your nose into everything I do in this house.
Jude, I know you're wondering why didn't I talk to Lee about his behavior, right? And I did. In fact, I spoke to 3 people. His sister. But seriously, Linda, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't even know what to think anymore.
My dear, I'm sure it's not that serious. You know men, you know how they can be sometimes. And the stress of the wedding, it's getting to my brother, so I don't think you should worry about anything. I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay? You need to calm down and relax. You'll be fine.
Linda, just talk to him, please.
I'll talk to him for you.
As you may already know, making a film's not rocket science. All it takes is courage and enthusiasm.